Greetings and welcome, people. It's something of a important day today. I don't just mean because it's Friday the 13th. I don't hold to that superstition stuff. Fingers crossed, touch wood. But more importantly than that, maybe some people wouldn't have chosen to do such a thing on a day like Friday the 13th. Excuse me a minute. Today is the day that my beautiful bike, my Babe, is going in for its MOT, the annual roadworthiness inspection. Now, again, as with every year, I've done everything I can to ensure that it's up to the task. I don't like the way those clouds are coming up. So what I've done is I've come out early, about half an hour before the MOT appointment, to go for a run to make sure everything's doing as it should, get the brakes all up to snuff. I've noticed with these brakes, particularly the front brakes, if the bike stands for a period of time, the front brakes do seem to get a bit sluggish, and I know they shouldn't do that, and I'm fairly certain they're not dirty. I think the problem lies possibly in the seals. Now, I completely overhauled the front calipers the year before last, and of course they've been maintained since, but the seals in there are what I'd put in coming up for 2 years ago. Now, in theory, that shouldn't indicate that they are having problems, but they were aftermarket seals off of eBay, and I am not entirely sure of the quality of them. When I bought the first batch, I noticed that one of them had an imperfection in the moulding, and I had to contact the vendor and get a replacement. I had to send them photos and stuff. It was almost like there was a bit of flash from the moulding machine stuck to the side of the seal, and obviously that's not good, because you need to have a good contact all around the piston to ensure you get a good build up of pressure, it doesn't leak. So I'm just wondering, I mean the other ones looked okay as far as I could tell, but I'm just wondering whether I should now basically buy a complete set of seals from Triumph and just have done with it. As they say, buy cheap, buy twice, and in doing so you don't save any money. So maybe now is the time to go for the good stuff. Not maybe from Triumph themselves, but from a company here in the UK called Sprint Manufacturing. They are specialists in Triumph parts, and I have bought stuff from them before and it's been good. So the only reason I bought from eBay the other time was because Sprint Manufacturing do charge postage. Now, quite often you good folks over in the States on the Triumph Trophy Forum on Facebook have said, we need to get parts for our bikes, we can't get them over here, and you've been pointed at Sprint Manufacturing, and then you said, but they charge a lot for post and packing, or shipping and handling, or whatever you want to call it. And that's fair, they do, but because they are a small privately run company, if you contact them by email or phone even and talk to them about the situation, I'm sure if the order is big enough, they will do something to help you out. Maybe not free, but Obviously shipping and handling shouldn't be a way of making extra profit, but I'm sure some companies do that. Nothing behind me. Going to check the back brake. Yep, oh, topped up the back brake there. Back wheel. So the back brake seems to be working fine, and front brake. Yep, that's good. So, and as usual, as I do every year, once Babe has got its roadworthiness certificate for another year, I will be doing a oil and filter change and then scheduling the work to sort out the front calipers, or take a look, see if I can see what's going on. I think I've said before that the front calipers on this bike are not original to this bike. They came off of a later trophy, same fitting, same connections and everything, same pads, and I'm not entirely sure what the mileage was on the bike they came off, but they've been on this bike for a fair few thousand miles now, so maybe they're just worn out, I don't know. I will have a good look at them and see if I can work out what's going on, if anything. We're in the 50 limit here, people, not 40. That's better. So I'm going to bimble around a bit more, because I want to get to the MOT place a little bit early, but not this early. And from here it would only take me about 5 to 10 minutes to get there, so I'm going to go for a little roll around. Oh, the fields are still flooded. Yep, everything around here is absolutely waterlogged at the moment. It's dry this morning, but as you can see from those clouds, shut the vent on the lid, it's getting a bit cold. You can see from those clouds we are promised rain again this afternoon. Oi, when will it ever stop? So while I'm still riding around a little bit, I want to have a quick mention about something that's been going around the news recently. You may have noticed it, I'm not sure. It's this little thing called the coronavirus. And oh my word, aren't the media making the most out of it that they can. They are milking it for everything they've got. They are driving copy sales, website clicks, everything, drumming up, well, as we say, making a drama out of a crisis. I'm not diminishing the severity of coronavirus. Yes, it is a serious thing. But the way the media are presenting at the moment is as though everybody is just going to suddenly drop down dead in the street. Okay, maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but it just seems to be the way I understand what the media are saying. Yes, we've had, I think we're over 500 cases in the UK now. Obviously we're nowhere near as bad as some places. Italy have hit hard, and obviously the place it originated from, China, that's, just keeping an eye on the time here, 9:35. 10 o'clock's the appointment, we'll get there about 10 to. And yes, people have died, I'm fully aware of that, and that is terrible. But for the overwhelming majority of people that will or have already been infected with this horrible thing, it will not be any more than having probably the flu or something like that, as people have said. No, I'm not going to wait for you, you're too slow. The people who are genuinely at risk, as in most cases of diseases like the flu and that sort of thing, are the very young, the elderly, and those with already compromised health. Conditions like weak hearts, that type of thing, weakened lungs. The road's still flooded. As I say to myself every time I come past here, I remember when this was all fields. So of course we've had the ridiculous situation where people, for some reason, have settled on toilet rolls as the must-have panic-buy commodity. Why? I mean, come on people. Coronavirus doesn't give you the squits. It's a respiratory ailment, for the most part. Went into our supermarket on Saturday just to do our normal shop. We're not going out panic buying. And the toilet roll shelves looked like they had been looted. They were empty. There was one 4-pack of toilet rolls up on the top shelf right at the back. Obviously it was still there because no one could reach it, so I thought, oh well, that's got our name on it, I'll have it. Now bearing in mind that my household is a family of 5, so we do get through the toilet roll. Now this morning when I was thinking about what I was going to say when I was out on this ride, I did come up with a pithy comment about the toilet roll situation, and I cannot for the life of me remember it now. If it comes back to me, I'll drop it in. So yeah, calm down people. Be sensible about this. If the media are all over it, it's because they sense it's to promote themselves in the way they're doing it. Yes, we need to be informed. No, we do not need to be terrified out of our lives, and I'm not personally. I understand that the situation is as it is. My younger daughter works at a university, and next week they'll be issued laptops so they can work from home if the government does issue a shutdown. Lockdown, as they call it. Moving for time, 19:39. I'm going to head for the base now. Long way around, of course. And my son is a student at the same university, so yes, you've got many people sort of convening in the similar environment that don't normally get together other times, and that is a very good environment for illnesses to spread, because you're meeting people that have not been exposed to the viruses that you've been exposed to but are carrying that don't affect you, and they pick them up and they become ill with them. And we've all heard the expression fresh as flu, and that's exactly the situation. So I know places like Ireland have closed all their schools and universities, and I think one university in England has shut down, Durham University. But of course these are special environments because you've got people coming there from, in a lot of cases, all over the world. And the university that my daughter works at and my son goes to, they have quite a lot of dealings with China, so if anywhere was going to shut down ahead of the government issuing a lockdown order, it would have been them, but no, not yet, but it sounds like they are preparing for it. So as I say, be safe, take reasonable precautions, but be sensible and just basically keep calm, people. I'm sure most of the people that, most of the small number of people that will watch this video will probably go, yeah, I am calm, because I think the vast majority of people are sensible. And I can't imagine for the life of me who's buying all the toilet rolls then. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No feet down, no feet down, no feet down, no feet down. Ah, yep. Dang it. Oy. So I was going to get out quite a bit earlier this morning and go for a good run, as I say, to get the bike all limbered up and working as it should be, warmed up. Don't think it's ever failed. The only time it's ever failed to start on an MOT was when the battery was dying. So I think they just put a jumper pack on it and started it anyway. But obviously had to get a new battery, but touch wood, I haven't had to buy a new battery for this for quite some time, because I spent a little bit more and bought a AGM battery the last time I bought one, sealed, no maintenance, and just stick a smart charger on it every couple of weeks if it's not being used, or as I did this week, I stuck the charger on it again yesterday just to make sure it was all up to the job. So here we go, heading into the MOT now. I'll do a little roundup afterwards to let you know how it went. So wish me luck, or rather wish Babe luck. And here we are. Alright, welcome back, people. And there we are. Another clean inspection. No advisories. And as I was about to say before I arrived at the MOT place, I had intended to go for a longer ride round this morning before I took it in, but of course, as I normally do, I faffed and fiddled and messed about and wasted time and got annoyed with myself for not getting on and doing things, and didn't leave as early as I wanted to. But anyway, it is done. It is successful. My beautiful Babe has another year's MOT of certificate of roadworthiness. And as I said before, now I can get on with planning, getting the stuff sorted. Oil and filter change next. Take those front calipers apart and overhaul them again, clean them out, make sure everything's as it should be. I don't think I'll need new pads, because those pads haven't been in there that long. And my riding style is definitely not aggressive, so I don't tend to chew through pads and discs very quickly. And this bike's got enough engine braking that most of the slowing down can be done just on the engine. Although I will quite often feather the front or rear brake just to let people behind me know that I'm slowing. Although in theory, the Bluetooth comm system that I've got installed in this helmet, the Nolan system, came with a light that fits to the back of the crash helmet, and the comm system has circuitry in it, basically an accelerometer that detects when you're braking. So that light should light up every time I slow down, either by braking or by closing the throttle. Thank you very much. Now, of course, the weird thing is that because the light is actually on the back of my crash helmet, I don't know actually whether the damn thing's working or not. So hopefully when I get to the beginning of season motovlogger meetup up at Rikers on the 5th of April, I'll be able to get somebody there to come for a quick spin up and down the main road with me, ride behind and see whether my light is actually doing what it's supposed to do. And I think I actually may do another video on that subject, something I've been thinking about doing. So the next time I'm out, I'll probably talk about that. But for the time being, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I am going to have a run before the rain clouds get here. Get home, let the bike cool down, get it covered up. So again, thank you for watching. Ride safe, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Cheerio for now. Bye.